if you have a hot girl with you and you go up and talk to some girl, you can say whatever the fuck you want. They're never going to reject you. It's one of the biggest cheat codes there is. So I recommend guys, I recommend guys would try what Locario says, where he's like, you go up and you're just like total and complete honesty. But here's the thing. It's not just honesty. It's complete outcome independence. And
Right.
then I also recommend try this. Try going out with a super hot girl and then just watch the way women react to you. You get to skip several levels when you do that.
Mhm. So one of the pushbacks I get from that kind of concept is guys often say this in response, but I can't even go to a nightclub with a woman. So I guess it's worth discussing how do we get guys to understand how to obtain that kind of situation where they're able to go to these places with a woman in their arms, one or two at least.
I know, Mike.
Yeah.
We got
So
go ahead because
so for me, the main thing that I do is like you reframe it in your mind. Like for instance, if you can reframe going to the gym and in your mind you can see like the physique you want, you can visualize it. It can motivate you intrinsically in the gym. And if you can see, like every time I get, sometimes I'll go and I'll do Loom videos for leads on sales calls, or I'll jump on with my sales team. When I can transmute that in my mind to, okay, that means my business is growing, then I'm more motivated to do it. If you can go up to women, like for me, like let's just say you meet a woman, she's completely your type, you think she's beautiful, but she's with her boyfriend, or you know she's married, or she's dating one of your homeboys. In those type of situations, or for me, you guys know I have this like horrible fucking problem. Every girl I date has huge fake boobs. Girls who don't have huge fake boobs, I don't even like find them attractive. So I put those girls, it's very important you guys hear what I'm saying. I put those girls in the friend zone. I do not let them put me in the friend zone. If you were to sit here and listen to, like, when I have a bunch of girls over my place, you know what we talk about? Football, rescuing fucking animals. We play video games. We do shit that I would normally do as a man. So what you do is you find some girls that you know, hey, listen, it's not going to work out with this girl. She's dating my homeboy or whatever. And then you put them in the friend zone. You'll be shocked if you're a cool guy, how often women will help you meet other women and actually want to help you meet other women. So that's what I would do. I would find some girls, say, I'll charge it to the game. These girls I'm not trying to hook up with this girl for whatever reason. If they're attractive, it actually helps you a lot. And then like one of my closest friends is Kindly Myers. She's married. She's been married for 10 years, or she's been with the same guy for 10 years. Whenever we go out, back when I was single, I'd be like, hey, Kindly, man, I think that girl's kind of hot. Kindly knew exactly what to do. And so she was a wingman. And so that's what I would recommend you guys do. You go up there initially when you talk to the girl, knowing full well you're going to put her in the friend zone, and then you don't even try to do anything. Now, I'll tell you the crazy part about it is very often, this group of women that you put in the friend zone, then they start seeing the attention that you're getting from each woman. They start competing with each other for your attention. And often those are the women you end up sleeping with.
Yeah, that's a real talk. And what's funny is that like if you're the type of person that definitely goes out and into the nightlife and all that other stuff, right? There's a few different ways you could do this too. So what I would used to do, because I used to be going to the clubs basically like every weekend, damn near, right? And I'm from New York, so there's spots where they are basically clubs, but it's also just a place you can go and get a drink or whatever. So what will happen is that sometimes I would just go to these spots. Let's say I'll go with me and one of my guy friends, and then we would just go out there, meet women, and do all that other stuff, right? And so what we would do is that some of the women we would meet, right, we would just exchange information, right? And then we would tell those women, hey, listen, next time you're going out or you hear something, hit me up, or we would hit them up. And then so when we was going out to another spot, we would just hit the girls up and say, hey, we're going to be here, right? Or what I would do too is that I would meet a woman, I would go on a date with her, but I would take her to the spot to get a drink. But the place that I go to get a drink is not necessarily just a bar. It's a place that's going to, they turn into clubs after a certain time, right? So
yeah,
there's a spot called Magic Hour in Manhattan that I used to go to, where I would take the girl there, get a drink, right? And then within like the next half an hour, people are coming in doing whatever. So I'm essentially there already with this woman. You see what I'm saying? And the funny part, and this is the hilarious part, I would think too. So I was with this one girl one time, and she was like probably, I would say her and I think maybe two other girls were like the hottest girls in there. So I was in there. And so what happened is that I got free drinks from other guys trying to talk to her. That's, you see what I'm saying? Then on top of that, when we were just in the situation, we were talking to other people around. So like you were saying, Michael, is that there's other women who are going to be they're always going to be more their shield is going to be down a lot of times when they see you with another woman, period. You see what I'm saying? Like that just makes it easier, because then they're like, oh, this guy right here is with a hot woman, so that must mean like there got to be something interesting about him if this woman's talking to him. Well, if he's talking to me, then I feel cool talking to him because this woman is here talking to him. You see what I'm saying? So just that thing where, it works out that way sometimes. So if you're that type of guy who's in the nightlife and who wants to create that dynamic, you can do that by meeting women at these places and then have them hit you up, or you hit them up, or you take a woman to that place specifically. You see what I'm saying? And then you interact with her, but you're also interacting with the people in the spot too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
makes me, the thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah. The thing with women, it's so just imagine as men, just think about your ancestors. They would look and see a fat ass and be like, that girl was hot. Our ability to tell a woman is hot takes less than 1/10 of a second. Think about that, guys. Like, well, seriously consider if you have 20/20 vision, you can look at a woman 50 yards away and you can kind of tell if she's hot. Like, it's pretty crazy when you think about like all the things that it takes us a while to determine, but like for some reason, Homo sapien males can just tell if a girl's hot in like 1 second. What does that mean? That means it's an adaptation that your ancestors used for survival. So for us, we can just look and see small waist, hip to waist ratio, symmetrical face, signs of youth, etc. And we'll be like, she's hot very quickly. For women, they're looking at us and we have perfect information. Well, almost perfect. We can't tell. I mean, the girl might have borderline personality disorder, but whatever. But as far as us wanting to have sex with her, we can tell all the information we need. We see immediately. Mm-hmm. For a woman, she looks at a man and she's just loaded with incomplete information. Does he suck in bed? Does he have a micro penis? Is he fucking hyper obsessive over girls that he dates? Is this guy get super jealous? Does he have bad breath? Is he abusive? Is he a fucking, whatever? Is he a huge player? Whatever the thing is. Is this guy a big liar? She doesn't know. And the way you as a man can answer those questions for her quickly, pickup artists used to do this thing called DHVs. I don't recommend that, but I recommend, do you know what the best DHV is? Having a girl who's super hot next to you and she's telling the story about how cool you are. That's 100 times better. So when a woman is with you and when a number of women are around you, the guy's like, well, he's not obsessive. He's probably not abusive. These girls are like competing for his attention. He looks like he's had sex with a lot of pretty girls. So he's probably good in bed. And these questions from her standpoint are answered. That's incomplete information is answered because she sees a hot girl with you. And that's why it makes it just so much easier when you do that. To the point where like it becomes a crutch. Like, I got to be honest with you. Like, I make myself go out and do like cold approach without girls pretty frequently, because I know whenever I have girls with me, no one ever says no to me, ever.
That's actually
like, it's just so good. Yeah.
I'm laughing.
No girl's gonna be like, I don't have fucking time for you when you're like with a hot girl. No girl's ever gonna do that.
Now I'm laughing because I'm thinking about those times when I'll be at these spots, and it's so funny how it is, because it's like, because they see them there, now they want to be a part of it's almost like, the more like I would walk down the street by myself, right? And I would see every once in a while a girl check me out. Whenever I'm with my girl, more women it's like it's doubled and tripled. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's just hilarious how that works. But the reason why it works that way is because it's the way that women's minds work when it comes to men and attraction and stuff like that. Now, again, you're going to be attractive by yourself as a man, because if you have game and you're attractive and you have confidence, it's definitely going to help you regardless. But what happens is that it's like you're a sneaker and the woman is like Michael Jordan promoting the sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And it's like, oh shit, the sneaker's cool, but now I really want it because Michael Jordan said it's cool. You see what I'm saying? It's like women are followers. So if co-signing. Right. So if that woman is saying you're cool, then it's easier for them to believe it. They don't have to really think. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it happens. It's crazy.
Yeah, I also think in terms of the difference between the two realities. There's the reality of you going to the nightclub with your degenerate friends as usual, and you're just like doing your degenerate stuff, standing around, drinking alcohol, doing stupid shit. And then there are the times where you go to a nightclub with one, two, or three or more women who are female friends of yours, or even you have a girlfriend with you. I remember one example, even on the east coast of Canada, in the middle of fucking nowhere, like still a trashy club, but it's like the biggest club pretty much. We had the hottest girl with us, three girls and me, and all the guys in VIP were just fucking vultures. It was fucking chaos. And within 20 minutes, all of us got access to the VIP booths just because all this demand skyrocketed. So the reality being on both sides is that on one side when you're alone or you're with your guy friends, you just have nothing to offer. You don't stand out necessarily, unless you're doing something different. But when you are a man with a woman or more than one, then you stand out just by that alone, just in the most basic terms. You
Yeah.
stand out from the rest of the crowd. And a lot of other possibilities open up.